All right, next Goodwill find. Technics D30. The kind of cool thing with all of these turntables is there are a lot of different models. Like I think I may have maybe 2 sets of similar or models that are the same. So I don't think I have any other D30s, but like I have 2 SLB202s kind of in the group of turntables. But everything has been a different table so far. And I'm biased towards the direct drive and quartz lock turntables. So what I have been doing is dust covers go to these first. They're a little bit higher end, I guess, and they sell for a little bit more. So the belt drives, if we end up being short a couple of dust covers, I'll have to find some, maybe on eBay or something like that, or they may be sold just without dust covers. People will buy turntables without dust covers and then find a cover on their own. So anyway, the SLD30 with dust cover. Dust cover's in decent shape. I think this one should clean up pretty nice. This is how I found it in the box that it was in. Pretty dirty. Lots of grime all over it. I'm going to grab a test record. Let's throw it on, see what it does. Oh, there's the test record. It appears as though it has an Audio Technica AT112 EP, and the stylus doesn't look too bad. I'll throw it under the scope, make sure it's alright. So let's see what this thing does. I'm going to hit the light because I want to check the strobe. I think, yeah, this is automatic. It's on 33. Pitch adjustment is really... Oh, it fell right off. What's going on with this record? Let's try the other side. All right, let's try this again. I'm going to have to adjust the drop point. That'll be an easy adjustment. Speed seems stable. I'm naturally going to clean the pots, but the speed is really good on this one. So I will go in there, clean those. So that's 33, and that's 45. They're very close in terms of being kind of right in the middle of... Well, not really. So I will also be adjusting the pitch adjustment control. Has repeat function. Queuing works. So that's good. And it returns. Good, good, good. I have to see what that clicking is. That clicking might be one of the so Technics have these gears made of that white nylon plastic, and those gears, I'm gonna hit the light, and the gears, oh, this is probably what was clicking right here. The record size, maybe. But anyway, so some of these have little white plastic gears made of nylon that crack after time. So I'll have to see what that's all about. See if I see anything underneath. So it appears to be functioning for the most part. Because I think if I hit start, yeah, these are, see that moving? So that's that popping. So, so it's a little sensor there. I'll probably leave that head shell on. This stylus is gonna, well, let me take it off just to be safe. So I'm gonna take the cartridge out. Okay, so there's the cart. I'm gonna set it over here on my other bench where it's safe. And what I like to do is just clean this, or clean these, get the kind of the junk off of it before I start flipping around, moving it all over the bench. So let me do that. It cleaned up really nice. Really nice. Alright, so looks like the felt is missing off those two rear feet. And this has just RCA jacks on the back. So you can put your own cables on it. Makes it nice, especially if these cables are trashed. Let's see. Oh, got a couple more. All right, so let's first clean the pitch control. And I'm going to do that a whole bunch of times. I'm also going to clean that should be the speed selector. Yeah. I'll clean the speed selector switch too. Oops, down here, speed selector switch. And here's the 33 speed control. I wonder if that's, yeah, there are actually two openings on the bottom. So I will be able to reattach the bottom when I adjust those two potentiometers, or those two variable resistors. So I'm just going to clean this, and then we'll take a look at how to lube that platter spindle. I mean, I think it's all right. It just sits on that plate and there's some grease there. I didn't notice any issues with it. Alright, let me keep cleaning this stuff. Okay. It wasn't too bad. So let's look at the bottom of this. And again, on several of these I didn't service the spindle because the platters were moving so freely. And every Technics is different on how they're set up. Let's see what this one looks like. So there's, yeah, I mean, there's some oil there. Feels just fine. I'll put another little drop. Put another little drop there, but That's why I haven't been doing a lot of these. At least on the Technics. Again, Technics turntables. I don't currently own one. I've owned Technics in the past. I'm not opposed to owning a Technics. Aesthetically, they're not my thing. Yeah, but they're just great turntables. In terms of what you get and the reliability of the tables, they're really, really good. One thing I did not do is I want to clean these. I forgot to do that, so just want to make sure these are good too, because these also get dirty. So when you have pitch control, pitch control potentiometers on your turntables, there's typically another set of controls, or not controls, but there's another set of variable resistors that adjust the speed, and you want to make sure those are clean as well. Got a little bit extra on there I'm going to clean off. So again, just like a potentiometer, hit it with some contact cleaner. That's not going to hurt anything. It'll evaporate, but get rid of the excess. Hopefully this is a quick one. I'm working on another turntable that's an absolute bear. So far, most of these have been okay, not fantastic. I have to remember the rear one is 33. Some have been absolute pieces of garbage. And some of those won't even make a video because they're in such poor condition. I mean, so far I've been able to, I think I've been able to save them all. A couple are still works in progress. A couple really, really aggravated me, and those might be some entertaining videos to watch. Alright, so I need to kind of offset this so I can get to that. Alright, so I got just going to clean the platter off. This is a real sharp platter, so I got to be careful. Again, these Clorox wipes that I got for COVID are awesome, but they do leave fuzz. Alright, so I'm going to set the pitch adjustment. So let's see if I do one. I'll show you what I'm doing. So I started it over all the way to one side, doesn't matter which side. So I do 1, 2, 2.5. So if I do about 1 1/4, that's going to be roughly in the middle of that pitch adjustment pot. I know this is going to work through its cycle, so I'll let it finish doing its thing. I did notice a little noise there. I don't know what that was. Let's see. Oh, it's quiet. Sorry, I just heard like a rubbing noise. So it must have been something underneath. Right, so let's look at speed. I'm going to reattach the cartridge first. And I don't know if I mentioned this. I think this is the first P mount that I've worked on. There weren't many. Most were whoops, I bent that. Dang. Most of these are standard head shells. Come on, go in there. I've never done that before. I will spray a little bit of contact cleaner on these. Not Fader Lube, but some WD-40. Just to make sure they're good. I'm not sure why that doesn't really want to go in there straight. Oh, there it goes. That was kind of odd. Okay. All right, so that's in there. So let's see what's going on with the speed pots. All right, I see the adjusters. So the rear one, I think, was 33. And that's not hitting anything. Oh, no, they're up. They're closer to me. There are two sets of double holes. And I hit the wrong one. These are the ones I'm looking for. So this base must go to a couple of different models. And that's a really long reach, so I'm going to have to do it this way. And there we go. Got it in there. Dang. So the problem is there's not enough. This is too long. This is too short. I've never run into this issue before. I do have. I may have to use this one. Let's see if I can reach that in there. That's too fat. So I may end up taking the bottom off after all. I do have, that's maybe a little bit longer than that one. Oh. All right, that one works. Okay, so start this. Cue this up. It's on 33. And right. Well, 33 I'm going to get close, but not as close as I want to be. So I had to move this. Move this back a little bit. I had to move the pitch adjustment just a little bit that way. Not even probably an eighth of a turn. So, all right, let's kill that. Now let's do 45. Okay, so now I'm in 45. Let's look at that one. 45 is good. Let's go back to 33. And 33 is... All right, 33 just moved. So let's try this again. It may be... I'm using a metal. Well, it looks like I can do this from the top too. Yeah, there are two openings there. Alright, let's try that again. Okay. There, that makes more sense now. Now there is 33 right in the middle. 45 right in the middle. $33 right in the middle. So that's good. That is very good. So now let's throw a record on, see what the condition of these RCA cables is. And assuming the sound is good, what I'll do next is I'll jump over and do the dust cover, clean it and polish it, and then hopefully this one will be all good. So what I do first is I just listen for hum, and there's no hum at all. And then I start it. Oh, and I have to adjust that. Let me adjust that. Oh, I didn't put the mat on. And this mat's pretty dirty. Alright, I'm going to clean this mat and then let it dry for a little bit. Although it really doesn't matter on my test record. And then alright, there's the mat. There are the openings. Here's the drop point adjustment, I assume. I turned it about 1/4 of a turn clockwise. Let's see what that does. And my ground wire just came apart. Whoa, I just barely moved that and it shot way over. So let's pull it back a little bit. I mean, I barely moved it. Try that. So I turned about 1/16 of a turn counterclockwise. Still got to come back a little bit more. Just one last little nudge. I'll also have to see what's going on with the tracking force for this. Looks like it's set for 1.25, which should be right for this cartridge. Nope, still a little bit too far in. And I'm barely moving it, and you can see how sensitive that adjustment is. Oh, almost there. That might be, I need to nudge it just a little bit. One last little nudge. Right in the middle. This cueing down. Sound from both speakers. This is good. Good, good, good. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is, while this is playing, I'm going to go clean the dust cover off. I'll come back with the dust cover. I always listen to at least 2 records on these as I do other things in the shop or in the house. So I'll come back with the clean dust cover, and then this is just going to play for the next hour and a half or so. So let me clean that dust cover and come right back. This dust cover cleaned up really nice. Still need to, there's a little bit of crap on there, but this cleaned up real nice. Make sure I'm zoomed out all the way. Oh yeah, yeah. Last thing I'm going to do on this is I like to place these little clear bumpers on the turntable where the dust cover hits. Probably not entirely necessary, but I like to do it. Kind of put one in each corner here, and we're going to call this one good. Yep, this turntable's done. That's it. That was a nice, easy one. Technics D30 direct drive. I will test the repeat function as I'm working in the garage. Again, I'm going to let this play a couple of records, and I've got some cleanup I have to do. So anyway, I think that's it for the D30. If you like what you see, hit subscribe. Got a ton more of these Goodwill flying turntables coming up, so stay tuned. There's more.